This is the 18th video in our series looking at how to complete a basic setup and configuration of a Synology Network Attached Storage Device, or as they're more commonly referred to, a NAS. When we first set up and configured our Synology NAS, we fitted the NAS with a 2TB hard drive. However, now that we've created our network shares, and because we want to use our NAS as a media server, we're starting to realize that the 2TB hard drive does not have enough storage capacity for our needs. Luckily, as we purchased a model of NAS that can be easily expanded, we're going to use two 1.5TB hard drives that we pulled from a couple of decommissioned computers. The plan is to make two 1.5TB hard drives into a single volume of 3TB. This 3TB volume will be used to store all our movies, music and photographs. While we don't recommend that you repurpose old hard drives to use in your NAS, this is a method that will allow us to cheaply increase our storage capacity. However, it should be noted that by repurposing old hard drives, we will be increasing the chances of drive failure, which could in turn lead to data loss. Before we can fit our repurposed hard drives, we should first power down our NAS. So from the DSM's desktop, let's select the user icon and then from the drop-down menu, select Shutdown. When our NAS is powered down, we can remove the drive caddies from our NAS. After mounting our hard drives to the caddies, we now need to fit the caddies back into the corresponding drive bays. With our two hard drives now fitted to our NAS, we can power the NAS back up. Once our NAS is rebooted, we need to log back into the Disk Station Manager using our administrator's credentials. Now from the DSM's desktop, if we select Main Menu, from within Main Menu we need to locate and select Storage Manager. When Storage Manager loads, you can see that we're presented with a warning. If we scroll to the bottom of Overview, under Disk Information, you can see that two drives need our attention, and that those drives are the two drives that we've just installed into our NAS. As we've already mentioned, it's not always a good idea to fit old hard drives that you happen to have lying around. So let's see if we can identify what the issue with the hard drives is by selecting HDD SSD from the sidebar. As you can see here, both Disk 2 and Disk 3 are issuing a warning. So if we select the down chevron on the right side of Disk 2, we can see the health status of that drive. The issue appears to be related to a high bad sector count. Checking Disk 3's health status, we can see that this drive is also reporting a similar issue to Disk 2. If you fit a new hard drive to your NAS, and the NAS reports bad sectors, you need to have that faulty hard drive replaced under the terms of its warranty. This is because the data stored on that drive can no longer be considered safe. As this is only a demonstration to show you how to add storage to a NAS, and as we will not be storing any important data on these drives, we're going to continue to use these two drives that have bad sectors. Let's try and create a new volume. As you can see here, because Disk 2 and Disk 3 have bad sectors, Storage Manager is refusing to allow us to create a new volume. In order to create a new volume for Disk 2 and 3, we will need to disable an option called Bad Sector Warning. If we return to the HDD SSD panel and then select the General tab, under Bad Sector Warning, we can either remove the tick from Enable Bad Sector Warning or, alternatively, increase the number of bad sectors that the NAS has to detect before it can issue a warning. For this example, we will disable Bad Sector Warning. When we select Apply, we will now be able to use Disk 2 and 3 to create a new volume. Let's return to the volume options. Before we create a new volume, let's change the description for Volume 1. This will make it easier in the future to work with specific volumes and thus minimize mistakes. If we select the Action button and then from the drop-down menu choose Configure, under the General tab we will find a description field. Let's change the description from SHR to System Volume. If you have installed solid-state drives into your NAS, it's worth checking that SSD trim is enabled, as it can improve the overall performance of an SSD. With the new description for Volume 1 now set, let's select OK. If we now select Create, we're presented with the Volume Creation Wizard. Within the Volume Creation Wizard, we have two options, Quick and Custom. Quick uses Synology Hybrid RAID to allow duplicate copies of our data to be stored in multiple places across 2 or more hard drives in a volume, while Custom lets us choose an alternative form of RAID other than SHR. For home users, Synology recommend that we use SHR because it's simple to set up and manage while offering something called fault tolerance. Fault tolerance will ensure that no data will be lost if a drive in our volume should fail. The downside of using SHR is that the size of the volume that we wish to create using our two 1.5 terabyte hard drives can only be 1.5 terabytes. This means that while we do protect ourselves from data loss, we will be doubling the total cost of the storage capacity fitted to our NAS. As we want to use Disk 2 and Disk 3 to create a 3 terabyte volume for our media files, we are going to select Custom. After selecting Next, we're first asked if we want to create a new volume or add to an existing storage pool. As the only option is to create a new storage pool, let's select Next. We now need to choose the type of storage pool that we wish to create. You can see that we can choose between either better performance or higher flexibility. As we will be creating this storage pool for our home media, let's choose better performance. We now need to choose the type of RAID that we wish to use. You can see that Synology provide us with descriptions for each of the different types of RAID that we can select for this NAS. As we will be using RAID 0, we want to combine the capacity of 2 hard drives to create a higher capacity storage volume. As media files tend to require large amounts of storage space, using RAID 0 is a method to keep our storage costs down. However, if one of the drives in our RAID 0 volume fails, we will lose all of the data stored on both drives. To protect our data, we will be looking at a local and cloud-based backup solution in a future video. Let's select Next and choose which disk drives we want to use in the volume that we are creating. When we select Next, we're warned that all data will be erased from Disk 2 and 3. The next option is to perform a disk check. As you can see, if we perform a disk check, any bad sectors on our hard drive will automatically be remapped. As the 2 hard drives we have installed into our NAS do have bad sectors, it would be prudent to perform a disk check. Under Allocate Volume Capacity, we will simply change the description of our storage pool and note the type of RAID that this volume is using. The final stage of this wizard will show us a summary of the settings that we have chosen. When we select Apply, our volume is created. However, the creation of the volume will take a considerable amount of time. After the volume has been created, the hard drives in the volume will need to be verified, which, depending on the size of the hard drives fitted, will dictate how long the verification process will take to complete. When the verification process has finished, the status of our volume will be displayed. Our NAS now has a second volume that we can use for the storage of our media files. So to recap, in this video we looked at how we added a 3TB volume to our Synology NAS. This was done using two 1.5TB hard drives and RAID 0. To do this we used Storage Manager, and in the process we were able to look at Storage Manager's warning status system. In the next video in this series, we're going to take a look at how we can use external USB storage to increase the capacity of our Synology NAS.